Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at women reveal their creep stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. A few years ago, I lived in a tiny condo right next to a food trails in San Diego. I was on a pretty strict running and hiking routine. One night, it got dark faster than expected. A man who appeared to be 6'3" and 200 pounds approached me as I was nearing the end of my hike. He told me with a smirk on his face to be careful as there are many things that could hurt me when the sun goes down. The next day, as I'm exiting my back gate, he's standing there as if he's waiting for me. He introduced himself and admitted he's been watching me for a while. I decided to pretend like I was grabbing something from my car and went back into my house. For the next few days, I see this guy circling my condo, looking in if the curtains are open. He was always walking around day and night. I checked the Megan's Law website and surprise, there he was. I decided to contact his parole officer. He said he would do what he can to get him out of my neighborhood. After that call, I thankfully never saw him again. That's creepy as. So he was on parole? Dude, he spent so much time in jail and then he finally got out on parole. And this is what he does. So last year, I got a flat tire on a semi-busy road right when a snowstorm started. Since I had AAA, I figured I would use one of the roadside assistants to have them replace the tire with a spare that I had, and I wouldn't have to go outside since I forgot gloves. While I was waiting, a mid-40s, early 50s man came up to my window and asked if I needed help. Thinking he was just a good Samaritan at the time, I thanked him but told him no, I was just waiting for AAA. Dude, every single time I read AAA, I'm thinking of batteries. Now, if I left here, I would have a nice story about a guy willing to help me with a car problem. Instead, he gets downright pushy. He lives nearby. I can just take my car there and change it in his garage. Why don't I just stay in his house until AAA comes? I kept telling him no until he starts yelling and I rolled up the window and he starts pounding on it. Eventually he left when the AAA guy came, but I still took a very long and circuitous route home. That is scary as, man. This reminds me of the nice guy stories, you know, when they're just pretending to be nice so they could get something in return. And when the person doesn't need them to be nice, then they become a jerk and they're like, I was just being nice to you. I was being nice, you know. Creeps. When I delivered pizzas and I was 18, this guy asked me if I wanted to step in while he grabbed his money. It was cold and rainy, so I took him up on the offer. He ended up trying to keep me there till his mum got home because he didn't have enough for the pizza. He tried to force me into a pyramid scheme and kept making uncomfortable comments about me. I had left my phone in my car so I couldn't text my manager to call me to give me an out because no matter how hard I tried to leave, this guy would find some way to block my path. I took off when he went to the bathroom and told my manager about what happened. Females weren't allowed to deliver to him anymore. Normally, I find an out and I always have an escape plan, but I put myself in a position where I couldn't give myself an escape. I went on to manage deliver pizzas for several years, but after that day, I implemented a new rule, which was never enter anyone's home unless I knew who it was. I'd stand in the pouring rain any day over entering a stranger's home. I come from a safe, low-crime area, but my gut instinct that night was that I was in danger. That is so scary to think about and to actually read as well. You know what though? There are a lot of stories about females delivering pizza and this happening to them, which sucks for sure. Made eye contact with a guy across the street. Smiled at him to be polite. He followed me home without me realizing it and spent the next few days stalking me, following me when I left the house, leaving notes on my front door, etc. Had to get the cops involved. Oh my gosh, that's creepy as, dude. Imagine being that lonely when someone smiles at you and you take that as an advance that they want to get to know you or something. No. You're creepy. This is why some girls, they don't even want to like smile to anyone in case someone gets the wrong idea, you know. That honestly sucks. And then people see them as like rude and, you know, but honestly, they just don't want to be involved with people like this. Seriously. A guy saw me in the metro and thought I was cute, which meant he had to follow me on my 5-kilometer walk home to my flat in the middle of the night. He introduced himself to me as I was about to put in the key to my door. That's not how you get to know someone. You don't follow them 5 kilometers back to their house. Man, all of these are so creepy that I'm so thankful that I never had any of these happen to me. And whenever I do go outside, my dog is always with me, so thank gosh. The thing with Coco is that whenever we go out for walks and a guy comes up too close, she barks, okay? And I just take it as if she's protecting me, so thank you. I smiled at a guy I passed in the park, as I do everyone I pass. He immediately turned around and followed me. This is why most of the times I feel like lots of girls don't do this anymore. You know, they don't smile at random strangers anymore. They just keep their head down and just walk. You know, they just want to go to their destination. They don't want unwanted creeps like this. That's honestly so sad. You can't even be nice anymore. I was walking my dog and made the mistake of not rushing home once it got dark. A man in a baseball cap and oversized jacket blocked my path to comment how pretty my dog was and how I must take good care of him. I smiled tightly and thanked him, told him to have a good day and nodded and went to go around him. So he naturally grabbed my arm and said, "Yeah, I bet you take real good care of anything you have. You married?" I lied and said yes. He let me go but followed me home. I wound up calling my boyfriend to come pick me up. Yo, my dog would have went crazy. She just lets them know that, you know, you're a bit too close, you should back off. So I'm very thankful for Coco because I feel really safe when I go on walks with her. I was 21 in a strange city and got separated from my friend at a bar. I was drunk and wanted to go back to the hotel, so as I'm leaving, this guy who had been sitting near me all night followed and got in my cab with me and closed the door. Again, I was very drunk, so I had to think quickly and stay as calm as possible. He tried to talk to me and I just nodded and made small talk. I didn't know if rejection would turn him violent, so I played along the best I could, after telling the driver where to take me. As soon as the car stopped, I got out, ran into the lobby where I knew this man would be following me, and screamed to the hotel security and desk employees, "I do not know this man, he's following me," and they took it from there. Scary. People actually do this though. They just get into someone's cab and just close the door. Oh my gosh. Wait. I would have told the driver. Oh, maybe she was really drunk. But I would have told the driver and been like, "Can you get this guy out? I don't know him." Or I'll just get out myself and he can just take the cab and I'll just take another one. Okay. Jeez. I just feel so bad now. Some guys are so ridiculously creepy. It's crazy. My friend and I were 16 and wandering around at a Sephora in the mall, just swatching eyeshadow and highlighter on our wrists. He was the only guy in the store, and I only vaguely noticed him in the same aisle as us just before we paid. It didn't ring any alarm bells for me whatsoever, because why should it? We picked up our highlighter and went to pay. The girl at the register rung up our items, leaned over and said quietly, "That guy followed you two into the store and has been watching you in each aisle. I'm going to give you your bags and go ask him if he needs any help. You two need to get as far away as possible. If you see him follow you outside of the store, go talk to security." She handed us our bags, gestured at the door, and walked up to him as we ran out. I hope she gets all the good things in this life. Oh my gosh. Oh. Sorry, it's gonna make me teary. I feel like it's probably happened to her as well, and she's felt so uncomfortable that she doesn't want anyone to feel the same way. I'm so glad she did that, honestly. And I'm so glad she was aware of her surroundings too. Oh, jeez. Typical guy wouldn't take no as the answer. He was part of the church group I was with at the time. Asked me out. I said no. Asked me out again. Again, no. Then he started showing up on my college campus just randomly. He didn't go there, so I informed campus police. Then he began showing up at the places my college group hung out at. What the heck? Why does he have so much time? Like, these people seriously have too much time on their hands, honestly. I don't know, do something better than stalking someone. What the heck? Some of my bigger guy friends told him to get lost. Then he started showing up where I worked. So some of my friends started hanging out with me at work. He then began showing up randomly at my house. So I called the police and took out a restraining order against him. Luckily it worked. He just followed her everywhere. He has so much time. Why doesn't he use that time to do something better? Seriously, you're just gonna stalk someone? and make them feel uncomfortable. I don't even know how I feel about this video. It just makes me so sad reading about things like this. Like, I love reading about stories because I'm a curious person. But honestly, these stories are just a bit too much for me now. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.